Yo. Welcome back to another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. On today's episode, y'all already know, we got the 76ers coming to town again for the rematch. Joel Embiid, who is now 12-1 versus the Chicago Bulls. And you already know the Chicago Bulls, we handled business last game. But I'm here to tell y'all that the Chicago Bulls must be prepared for Joel Embiid and the 76ers tonight again. But we already knew that. And y'all already know. You got to hear that music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, holding it down on another episode of Shy Boys Podcast for me and my co-host, CDubb. If you like what you're listening to today, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. But y'all already know, man, it's a great day for another Chicago Bulls game. Like I said, y'all, it ain't going to always be pretty, but at least it's going to be very, very interesting to go out in these last 11 games of the season to see what the Chicago Bulls can do. Man, we in that 10th seed with only a game and a half back. A game and a half back of the 8th seed. Can we get it? I don't know. But I do know we need to take this one game at a time. We don't need to get too hot because they're going to knock us down. We don't need to get too low because then they're going to lift us back up. So y'all already know what we've been saying, what's the sentiment we've been repeating for the last few weeks. Remain even keel. Now we already know, just mentioned before, 76 is coming back to town. Joel Embiid, 10 games in a row with 30-plus points. It's March 22nd right now. He still ain't scored under 30 in a game. Now look. The last time we faced Joel Embiid in these 76ers, it went down to double overtime. After the first overtime, it was only 99 points scored. That is crazy in today's NBA. But it was a great defensive game, a great battle, a great game for the Chicago Bulls to go ahead and battle it out against these Philadelphia 76ers. And just to see what and the greatest thing of it all is that it resulted in a W. I know it's things we can nitpick at, as I said before, but it's okay, y'all. Look, Embiid ended up fouling out of that game. So you already know, as a competitor, you say, damn, if I don't foul out in that game, the last game we just played against the Chicago Bulls, I believe we win that game. That's one of the reasons why the Chicago Bulls must be prepared for the rematch tonight. You cannot come in here feeling good about yourself. You got to come in here with your hard hat, your work pail, your choke sandwich in your pail, you know what I'm saying? Your little water, your H2O, and you got to say, it's me versus y'all. Once again, we know the history. We know Joel Embiid beat us 12 straight times before we knocked him on his ass last game. But y'all got to expect the man to get back up and go a bit harder than the last game. You know what I'm saying? These guys are fighting to remain at the top. 3rd seed currently, they fighting to be that 2 seed. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they want to do for their championship aspirations. We at the bottom trying to fight for a playoff spot. So it's going to be 2 teams with, some goals that's respective to their team. And both teams feel like this is a must-win game. And I'm going to put it on the map. This is a must-win game. Another one. Going down the stretch, all the games are must-win games. That's just how I feel. Because you never know. If you continue to run and you get hot at the right moment, what can you possibly do? I don't know. I'm not going to go far-fetched to say, we're going to go on a run and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. No. But you never know what can happen. You might can upset somebody in this play-in and in the playoffs, get some games, knock some people on the ass, and make people take notice. But the point is, the focus should definitely not be the future. It should be today, Wednesday, March 22nd versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Because just like I said, Embiid probably feels like he should have been in that game to help his team win. You know what I'm saying? James Harden, he scored 5 points. We know Ayo Dosunmu is his daddy, but he had his uncles. James Harden had his uncles out there like, come on, nephew. Come on, nephew. That's DJJ and Pat Bev. You know what I'm saying? They was out there. Come on, nephew. I'm gonna go ahead and take you to school. Daddy out of town right now. You know what I'm saying? But now he got potentially one of his other uncles might be coming back, and Alex Caruso. But you still can't go ahead and expect Harden to score 5 points in the game again. You cannot expect that. He is a professional. I know there is some drop off from between his time now in Philly compared to what it was in Houston. But at the end of the day, he can still score in double digits. You know what I'm saying? He can still go and give you 15 to 20 points tonight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared to be able to weather that storm for what James Harden can potentially do. And then Tyrese Maxey, he went 9 for 19 last game. There is no guarantee that he will be that inefficient again. It's possible, but there is no guarantees when it comes down to that. The Chicago Bulls big three, each of them had 20 plus points, and they need to do it again. I'm gonna just say that again. The way Nikola Vucevic played against Embiid, I would say was very, very solid. There's some problems there defensively, but we already knew that. The way you defend Joel Embiid, you have to play good team defense, and you have to communicate well. One of the perks that's going to be present hopefully if Alex Caruso plays is now the defense will have better communication. But now adding that better communication with Alex Caruso on the floor, that now takes away some of that offensive scoring ability that Patrick Williams had. But at the end of the day, my man only gave you what, 6-8 points? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's about 6 or 8 points. I can't remember it just off the top. But Caruso, he could probably get you 6 to 8 points. Cool. So it's really, I mean, when we think about it, it's not really that much of a drop off if we keeping it a buck. But at the end of the day, you still have to consider, how does that change the game plan? How does that change the offense for the Chicago Bulls? Now, there will be, I believe, will be a drop off in offense, but there will be an increase in defense when it comes down to that starting five. But is that still a lineup that Billy Donovan goes with because of the size differences? I believe yes, because that's who Billy Donovan is. You know, it doesn't matter that it was Joel Embiid out there with Tobias Harris, and I can't even remember the other guy's name, but in their front court, and he had size. So that's why Patrick Williams was inserted in that game. But we already know that Billy Donovan loves his small ball lineups. So they just got to be ready to go. The Bulls' big three got to be ready to go. DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, they got to make better decisions when it comes down to those closing minutes, because a lot of the times those things went in our favor last game. It's not guaranteed that those things will go in our favor this game. So they have to take care of the ball, and they have to play smart basketball. Another thing that we got to consider is, will DJJ be a factor again? DJJ was inserted in the game, and he hasn't played in weeks, is what it seems like. Maybe here and there you will see him, but he hasn't played that many minutes in weeks. So can DJJ come back in and have that good defense against James Harden? I believe he can, but the question is, will he do it? That's what we got to be watching for tonight. Another thing we got to put on the map: how does Javonte Green fit in the game plan? Now, you know, we didn't see that many minutes of him. I know they probably want to work him on, but if you're going to give more opportunity to Javonte Green with Caruso back now, does that mean less minutes for Ayo? Ayo Dosunmu has been struggling. He's been on a struggle bus. You know what I'm saying? He been in that bag lady, you gonna hurt your back type feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because the man been carrying too many bags, and none of the bags got a scoring package up in there. Because Ayo Dosunmu, yes, I love what he's been doing out of transition, but he has not been as effective as he was last year with adding a 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? When he was able to hit some 3-point shots and go ahead and be much, much more effective offensively. And now I'm beginning to talk too damn much, so excuse me. My voice still a little wonky, bro. But it is what it is. But yeah, this rematch is definitely going to be a huge thing for the Chicago Bulls. They got to go ahead and continue to handle business, because if you continue to go on these wins, you can put yourself in a better position just in case the ninth seed, the eighth seed start to fall a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They only a game and a half back from the eighth seed, so you got to take care of business. And I got one big thing. How many times have the Chicago Bulls been on 3-game winning streaks followed by a 4-game losing streak? Bro, it's up to 3 games now. So we got to go ahead and handle business. We got to handle business. We got to be able to get over that hump. Now is the time. Now is the time, bro. We got to do it. I'm not going to put nothing on wax with a game prediction, but I do believe that they will come out. They're going to play hard. They will be engaged. They will be focused. But what's going to matter is I don't give a damn if we win by 1 point in triple overtime. All that matters is at once the game concludes, is that we have a dub. And I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Ain't nobody trying to stay up for double overtime again, and damn sure not triple overtime. So finish the game in regulation, Chicago, please. That's for the sake of everybody on this call tonight. For real. We don't want to see it's good to watch extra basketball, but not tonight. We ain't got time for it, y'all. We trying to keep pushing on and keep moving on over hump day. So don't come in here playing games. But hey, there you have it, man. The Chicago Bulls, they must be prepared for the rematch against Joel Embiid and the 76ers. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about everything we talked about in the comments below. And y'all already know we got mailbag weekend coming up. So go ahead and start sending your stuff in. Send your text message, send your voicemails right there to that number, 773-242-9219. And make sure before you get out of here, you go ahead and spend 1 second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so every time we drop, you'll be one of the first ones to know. This is another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. I'm Bobby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Cognac. Gang.